Is it?
Yeah, it looks a little dark. Oh no, there it is. There it is. It's pretty bright now. I think we're live.
We are. It
says live up. There's Tarquin.
Says live.
Tarquin knows that we're live. Hey, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Souffle 53 in the house. Can you guys hear us? Hopefully. I mean, we could just sit here and chat to each other. It's fine. Totally. Cheers.
Well, cheers. Happy
New
Sunday.
Year. Happy Sunday.
Hello from Maine.
Well, hello to Maine. Welcome to Connecticut. This is exciting. Hi, Jean.
Hey, Jean. Hey, Lorian.
Oh, Lorian's here. Look at all these people.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Yay.
Veronica, hello.
This is exciting. So we may not look like we're looking at you.
Yeah. No, we will. I'll look at you guys.
Yeah, we'll try to look at you. But then we missed the chat.
On the road
Yorkshire.
in Iceland. Hello,
Ooh.
Iceland and Switzerland.
What are you doing on the road?
Oh,
or are you like,
Dragon
hopefully you're not?
Yarn. Hello.
Oh, hi. Hi from Massachusetts. From Nyack? Where's Nyack? Is that in like Jersey or something?
No, isn't Nyack, New York? I think Nyack's New York.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm pretty
Hi,
sure.
everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Hello from the UK. Scotland.
Yeah, so we'll just...
Happy Podiversary. Yes. So our
What?
January 8th.
January 8th is
official.
1 year.
Can you believe we've been doing this for a year? Well, you've been doing it for longer. I haven't been doing it for a year yet.
So I still remember like the first day.
Yeah.
Like I remember the first recording, Ray really had to push me to like go up and do it.
Yeah,
He's
to
like,
do
when
it.
are you going to do it? When are you going to do
Right.
it? Because I just like procrastinated the whole day. And finally,
That's not like you.
No,
Just kidding.
totally me. Totally
Just
me.
kidding.
Such a procrastinator.
Yeah.
And you know, I just remember all the nerves going into it and not knowing.
Right.
Like, it's a lot. Like not a lot, but it's scary putting yourself out there.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
And not knowing what you had to say and if people would want to hear, you know,
What you
like
have to
what
say?
I had to say.
Yeah.
So it was definitely interesting to get it started. So
I think that's really exciting. And like, look at now, like what a great community and like people join us and hang out and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
yeah, it's definitely fun.
Oh, Sweden. Hi,
Hello,
Anna.
Sweden, Michigan. Hello, Teresa.
Wonderful. So we have a couple of things.
Oh, hi, Amanda. Sorry to interrupt.
Where?
Amanda Nitz.
Oh,
Hello from California.
I didn't know who you were talking about because usually you say, oh, it's Amanda Nitz.
I know.
Like it's her like
normally
last
do,
name
right?
or whatever.
And then we have Amy and Nancy. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
hi, guys. Hi, friends. Fantastic.
Yeah, so today what we thought we'd do
Yeah.
is we do a fun live just talking about some of our favorites. So our favorite knits over the last year.
Yeah.
We had some questions come up. Somebody had asked us to talk about some of the books that are normally behind us when we film upstairs. So we have some of those to show. And then any questions that you guys might have that we catch, we'll be more than happy to answer. So if you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat.
Fantastic. Oh, look,
I
there's
legit waved to the TV.
Michael,
Yes,
the
I
Bearded
saw
Pearls
Michael, Bearded
here.
Pearl. What's up, guys?
What's up? Thanks for putting aside your football for now. I heard a couple of people said that there's football on, so they may not come.
Who watches football?
I know. That's the one on the ice, right?
We don't do that in this house. No, we only watch basketball. Well, when I say we, I actually mean me.
Right.
We just watch basketball in this house.
Right. College basketball.
And-
Although you do watch the NBA
Oh,
sometimes,
hi,
too.
Isabella. Hi, Reese Ann.
Oh, hi, Reese. Hi, Uncle Ray. Hi, Uncle Kevin. Hi, Reese.
Hi, Reese.
Reese the niece. Football?
Love you.
Yeah, what's football?
Montrealer.
Oh, we're doing the Montrealer.
So you know what I'm going to do? I love this sweater. I haven't worn it before. I'm going to take this off afterwards, and I'm going to measure
I was
it.
like,
because I want the Montrealer.
Is it going to be that kind of live?
No, we're not doing that kind of live. I want my Montrealer to fit like this sweater, so I'm totally checking it.
So that was actually a good tip because I
Oh.
have a sweatshirt that fits really, really well. We were trying to figure out our Montrealer and like our gauge and stuff. And so I took one of my most comfortable sweatshirts and measured it across the chest to see like how much negative ease I really liked. And so that worked out really well.
Is football still a thing? And
Seattle
hello,
doesn't-
Ross.
Ross is here as well?
Yes.
Well, hello, Ross.
Ross
Hello,
watches-
everyone.
Ross watches the Packers.
Really?
All right,
I bet
yeah.
he does. Sorry. All right.
You're
so
fresh.
I've had
You
a
are
lot of coffee and
fresh.
I have a big giant goblet.
I have a huge cup of tea.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay. So I just want to keep saying hello to everybody. Look at everybody.
Fiber Hustle. Hey, gentlemen.
Hello, gents.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So why don't we start off with some of our
Some what?
favorite knits
Sure.
that we did through the year.
Okay.
What's your first one?
So my first one is the Antler Toque. This is one of my favorites that I knit. I think because it had cables.
Yeah.
It was like the first time that I did cables. We did Antler Toques for the kids for Christmas
Last year.
So this one counts as a 2020 because I didn't cast my own on until I believe January, something like that. If I did project pages, it would be, oh my God, I bet I might have been doing project pages at the time. I did start doing project pages. So I do have a Montrealer project page.
I'm going to get better at that.
Yeah, that's going to be my 20.
Probably not though. So don't really expect too much from me, but I'll try.
Oh, Sharon's getting ready to knit the Antler Toque. So I love it. I don't remember what I knit this on. Quince & Co. I knit this out of Quince & Co.
This is Brooklyn Tweed.
No, I think it's Quince & Co.
No, I don't have that. We didn't have that. No, that's Brooklyn Tweed.
I bought it specifically for this.
No, that's Brooklyn Tweed.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, do I have a project page for this?
That's definitely
so
that's Brooklyn Tweed.
This was one of my favorites. It's so easy by Tin Can Knits. I loved it for myself because this is like the first time that I used I think really woolly wool yarn too. And so it's like my cables. So it was fun. So that's one of mine.
Amanda Knits said that's why you need project pages.
I know. Every time I say project pages, I keep thinking of picture pages. I think we've talked about this before. You want to sing the song?
Is that
picture pages
with the bumblebee pen?
Yeah.
I love the
Mortimer.
pen.
Mortimer, I think, was the
bumblebee.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
Yeah.
Try it on, somebody said.
All right. Oh, I think I like it folded brim. Even though we don't really need to fold the brim. But I like it.
Yeah, that's a really nice hat.
Yeah, it's super warm. Oh my God, it totally hugs my head. I haven't worn this. This has been sitting upstairs actually.
Yeah.
I need to bring this back out and put it in our little bin where we can take our knits and run with them. So this is cool. I really like it a lot. I don't know if I like to wear it with the antler in the front or on the sides.
In the front, for sure.
In the front?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like brains?
No.
No?
What did we see? Oh, I was like, what? Remember we were talking about something, a hat, and it looks like brains?
Yeah, what was that?
It was, your mother came over last weekend.
Yeah.
And we were watching, oh crap, it's Rusty Knits, but they just changed the name to the Artful Stitch. So we were watching the Artful Stitch, and they were talking about Stephen West's new hat where he took the honeycomb design from the Slipstravaganza and put it into a hat, and your mom thought it looked like brains. Brain matter, remember?
Oh, I do remember that. Oh, Lisa popped in. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
From Knit All the Yarn. Oh my, what do you have on your hands? It smells delicious.
I have the
Oh, that vanilla.
No, I have the lotion in the bathroom that we have the candle.
Oh, that candy apple thing?
Candy apple. Winter candy apple.
It smells delicious.
Winter candy apple.
Yeah. Oh, there's Michael. Did I say hello to Michael yet?
We did.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Oh, and Naughty Knitting Sacks. Hello.
Oh, hi. Hi, friends. So that's one of my favorites. That's an early but goodie.
So Dragon Horde Yarn, and I totally forgot her name. She wants to know what weight it is. I believe it is a worsted.
This is worsted
because I believe Ray knit it out of Shelter.
I really think that I knit it out of Quince & Co.
No, because that's a woolen spun, and I don't think Quince & Co. has a woolen spun. So I'm pretty sure
it was called Owl something.
That would be Brooklyn Tweed Shelter.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I knit something out of Quince & Co. I can't remember.
Quince & Co. is really great yarn, but they don't have a woolen spun.
Oh, interesting.
So my first up is going to be a pair of socks. It was my first ever test knit.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
This is by Matt Akers or Makers Knitting Ravelry. This is the Wonderland socks.
Mm-hmm.
So this is such an enjoyable knit. It has a very easily memorable pattern. And it just has a nice little detail down the front. And I don't remember the yarn. This yarn is one of my favorite yarns that I've worked with. It was the recommended yarn
in the pattern.
Yeah. So when I did the test knit, I bought the yarn. We were able to get it and get a little bit of a discount for doing the test knit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just such a fun knit, guys. I may be getting a little bit blown out because of our lighting, but Yeah, nice little detail. Such a fun pattern. So if you are a sock knitter, I would totally check this out.
Yeah, I actually want to do them. We got the whole collection. I think it's part of his Pride set.
No, this is
not.
No, this is not part of the Pride
I
set.
thought it was.
No, but this is definitely one of my favorites.
Boy, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why people come back and listen to me.
Me neither.
No idea. What? Thank goodness I have a Kevin in my life. What's wrong?
No, it looks like I have like a bruise under my eye. Maybe
I'm not violent. I swear I'm not a violent person at all.
All right, what's next for you?
Well, there's some people like chit-chatting and stuff.
Oh, Michael, totally knit those. Amanda knits. I think, Amanda, if you count every skein of yarn that you've dyed, you've done way more.
Yeah, you've done way more. Speaking of, one of my next favorite is not necessarily the pattern, but the yarn. And this was from Amanda Knits. And I've shown this, I can't even tell you how many times on this podcast. I absolutely love it. This is Fox Farts. And this is on the Sockhead Slouch by Kelly McClure. And this is out of Amanda Knits, Fox Farts. She actually just posted that cute sticker. Did you see the stickers she designed for Fox Farts?
It's adorable.
Oh my God, it was adorable.
Adorable.
So this is by far one of my favorite hats. I love the colors. I love the fit of I love the Sockhead Slouch, obviously. It's like one of my faves. I might wear this the rest of the podcast. But yeah, Fox Farts. So this is why it was one of my favorites. It was just so fun to watch some of these micro stripes happen. There's some pooling in the back. So I really like it a lot.
Oh, hello, Three Sisters Knit. And I wanted we had two questions. So I'm going to go up to, a comment. So we had a comment from Crocheting Hoovian who said, I don't know why I have a hard time making pattern socks. I get bored. So it's funny because I think I get not bored.
Yep.
But maybe if it's a non-pattern sock, if it's vanilla, I'll probably slack a little bit more because it is so easy. So I think sometimes if you need a maybe like a thoughtful knit or something to keep your interest a little bit, I like the pattern socks. And I've only done two. I've only done two like true pattern socks. The other one was a ribbed one, but I enjoy them. I think they're fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's nice to have a more complex pattern on the needles as well as something like easy. Like I love a vanilla sock because you can just kind of knit while you're watching TV and stuff. But then when you want to have that thoughtful experience, I think that would be kind of cool.
And then Cecilia asked, have you ever had something on the needles and got so tired of it you frog it to use yarn for something else? Yes, my socks. Yeah. Like I've done socks where I just wasn't really happy with the way they're turning out and I'll take it out.
Actually, I have a project that I'm going to show that I started knitting the Barndom by Stephen West.
Oh, true.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I was struggling, although I'm going to kick that pattern's ass at some point because I think I'm ready for it. I don't think I was ready yet for that pattern. And so I got yarn from Leading Men Fiber Arts and I started the pattern. How many times did I take it out and start again, take it out, start again? And then I ripped it out and I use it for another project. And I'm so happy that I did. And that was my pure joy, which I'll show in a sec. But I think Cecilia, are you the Cecilia who asked the question on YouTube about the skein of yarn that was behind us?
Oh, stolen socks.
No, it was a different Cecile, actually. We'll get to that.
All right. And then we had a couple here. Let's ask another question. So then we have Emily M wanted to know, how do you triage what you make? I get overwhelmed by the things I want to make. I do too.
Me too.
So I use Ravelry's queue quite often. I throw things in my queue and I go back and I check that to see.
Really? I don't do that.
There's probably like 50 things in there right now. I have an idea this year of kind of where I'm going to go with my knitting, the sweaters that I want to make. And then after that, I think the rest of it's just kind of what yarn I want to use.
Yeah.
I tend to go with the yarn first and the yarn that I want to work with. Because you have to enjoy that first. You have to want to work with those colors, I think, in order to make the project.
Yeah.
So unless there's a project I love, and then I'll just, buy yarn for it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Although I'm still like pretty new. So I look at things like things I've never done. Yes. And then I'll prioritize that as like a project. like we've got some plans coming up for some knits, and one of them is because I've never knit anything like that before. So I was gonna, I'm gonna give it a go.
Yeah,
so that's kind of moved up my.
I agree. I always like to have something on my needles that is going to teach me something, or help like reinforce a skill. I would say this is really funny too with like knitting. I hated purling when I first started knitting. It was so cumbersome, and I just struggled with it so much, and I felt like I was so incredibly slow. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I actually think now I might be a faster purler than I am a knitter.
I'm pretty quick with purling now too. It's not something that I hate to do. Wow, we got so far behind.
I know.
Oh, look, Knitting Posse's here.
Where?
Kim.
Oh, hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Let's see.
Isn't it funny? So for
Hebron. Oh my God, my friend Gabrielle's from Hebron. I make fun of her all the time because there's only one. One stoplight, so I tell her that she lives in Stars Hollow.
What was I going to say? I can't remember. Can we make this like wide, like big screen?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it's not full screen.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
Oh, there we go.
So I'll talk about my next one.
Sure.
So I'm going to go with another pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first pattern pair. This is from Savvy Skeins, the Rusted Wagon Wheel.
Oh, I love that colorway.
So these are my Coffee Talk socks.
Yeah.
They're well worn.
They are.
They fit really well too. So who were we watching recently?
Like 12 people. We've got a lot of podcasts.
So no, we were watching a podcast, and they had just mentioned that there's a designer who always says that socks need ribbing.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So
who was
they
that?
just need a little texture it will help it fit better. It'll give you a nice, it'll just kind of suck in on your foot.
Sure.
So this is Savvy Skeins Rusted Wagon Wheel, and then the heel cuff and toe are cork.
Stroll.
Knit Pick Stroll and cork.
What a great color combination that was. That you like. They look like they could be a sock set.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite colorways ever made. So if you guys saw, I just did for Ray for Christmas, got the Coffee Talk toque.
Mm-hmm.
So that toque is based on this sock pattern.
That's one of my favorite gifts. Did you bring it?
No, I did not.
Oh, that was one of my favorites. I can grab it in a little bit.
All
right. Where are we? I think we missed some things.
What pointers do you have for buying yarn online?
Oh, that's hard.
So it really depends.
Yeah.
Because you have to know what you have to know what you like ahead of time. You have to know if you want wool or if you want acrylic, if you want superwash or non-superwash. Colors is where it gets tricky because the picture is going to look different depending on the device. Like Ray and I can look at yarn on our phone, our iPad, and our laptop, and the color on it could look very different from each one. So it's really you have to put some trust in it sometimes.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, Freaky Geek. Find people who review yarns.
Yeah.
I do that, especially with Knit Picks. I read their yarns all the time.
Yeah. You know what I also like is I also like to see inspiration photos with some of the yarns. You know?
Yeah.
I think that really is helpful.
So I just saw this and I totally squirreled. So Dragon Horde Yarn said, try a folded stockinette cuff. It holds your socks up so much better.
Oh, is that like a folded brim on a hat? Like where you would fold it up and seam it almost?
I'm going to take some notes.
Yeah, take notes. Totally take notes. Somebody had said ply with a question mark.
So ply, somebody had asked about this before and wanted
Sally
to know.
said ply. Sorry, my eyes are not so great.
So we do mention ply quite a bit. And so the ply of a yarn is the number of strands of fiber that are spun together. So you could have this actually.
Well, after they're spun, they're like
so for instance, this
together.
Is, I don't know if it will focus, is a single ply.
Yeah.
So it's just one strand of fiber. And then you have like one ply, 2 ply, 3 ply, 4 ply, and then
grab the Felici.
Oh, yeah, here's a good one. And then Felici, this is, I don't know how many plies. Maybe.
It looks like quite a bit.
Probably 3. Here. Where's the end?
Careful.
Oh, I'm going to mess this up.
All right, well, don't. Here. Let's just.
So, yeah, so.
I don't think we'll be able to see it anyway, because my punum is in the way. Cover your face. No, it didn't work. Cover your face.
So plies can affect the way that
Cover
a
the
yarn
punum.
pills. Like a single ply is going to pill a lot easier and faster than a 4-ply.
Mm-hmm.
The ply also helps with the strength of the fibers. So a 4-ply is going to give you a stronger yarn. So a lot of times, that's why when you are looking at fingering weight yarn, sometimes you see a fingering weight yarn called a fingering weight yarn, or it's called sock yarn. It's because it's plied differently to give it a little more strength. At least that's my understanding. I'm not an expert on plies by any means, but I think that's
maybe
what it is.
If there's some spinners in the house, they could probably give a better description. Kelly said something about a book.
Check out the Knitter's Book of Yarn. It gives a great
does
a great job of explaining how yarn construction affects
the Knitter's
wear.
Book of Yarn. Let's add that to our collection.
All right, so I'm going to go next.
Okay, sure.
All right, so next up for me is a hat. This is the Lisle cap.
And for those of you who are just joining us, we're showing off some of our favorite knits of 2020.
So this is just a really basic DK weight hat. The yarn is from Into the World.
Yeah.
It is on their Dresden base. And this is literally my favorite hat.
Yeah.
And
I think it looks really good on you.
I've made this hat in a different yarn,
Yep.
but this one's still my favorite.
Yep.
I think it's just the way that the yarn is spun.
Yeah. So just to interrupt you real quick. So the Bearded Pearl, I don't know if it's Caleb or Justin, or both, says that more ply gives a rounder yarn, which gives better stitch definition, which I think they actually explained that in one of their podcasts 2 podcasts ago, maybe. And it made a lot more sense. And I meant to file that away. And then it just reminded me.
It's both of them.
Yeah, round and durable. So other people are saying the same thing.
Yeah, very good for cables.
Yeah.
So this
Thanks, guys.
This is a free pattern. It's the Lisle cap. It is a Blue Sky Fibers knit pattern. So I love this.
We're not going to do show notes. So
yeah, we don't ever do show notes for our lives. All of this is in previous episodes anyways.
Right. So
and
hopefully that will be
what
okay.
I got to do today though is I do have to I'm really bad at putting show notes up in Ravelry lately.
Can you turn your head? I love how the little slouch. I think it looks really good on you.
Yeah, this is literally my favorite. I wear this around the house all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, so here we go. Hi to all my favorite podcasts.
Ooh. Hi.
So that's why a lot of lace is 2-ply. It makes a soft drapey fabric. Oh, good to know.
Oh, great. Look at all the learning we're doing today. Spinner's Book of Fleece. That's a good recommendation as well.
So let's go. Why don't you go on to your next?
I only have 2 left because
I have a bunch more, guys.
So this is the Pure Joy. This was what I was talking about with the yarn that I ripped out of
from your barndom.
My barndom. You distracted me.
No, I just want to say. So I just saw Valerie C said she was watching a concert and stopped to watch us. That's awesome.
Wow,
thank you, Valerie C.
That's cool. Hi, Valerie. So yeah, this is the Pure Joy. I started with these yarns. They're both leading men. This is Don't Fear the Reaper, and this is Dirty Truce, and it's in their MCN base, which I think is the Show Stealer base. But this is a Pure Joy. I love this. This is one of my favorite knits. I love the colors together. I'm really happy that I ended up frogging that original project so that I can use this. I wasn't sure. Remember, we weren't sure like how the green and the gray would go together.
Well, we weren't sure which one was gonna. Yeah. I just think it's so pretty.
Me too. I love it, and it's very, very soft.
Yeah,
I wear this like all the time.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, it's really great. It was a really great pattern. Pure Joy by Joji Locatelli. I would absolutely recommend this for sure. Showstopper. No, I think it's Show Stealer.
They have a stopper and a stealer.
Yeah.
One's MCN and one's not.
Right. And it's fingering weight. Yeah, I think Showstopper is their merino, and Show Stealer is their MCN. So it's merino cashmere nylon.
It's a fun knit.
I love it.
if you've never knit a shawl and you're looking to knit a shawl, I think that's a really good one to knit.
Yeah.
It knits up very quickly.
And you like,
it's garter.
Yeah. And you don't pick up any of the short rows. What?
Freaky Geek said, so together they stop and steal the shows.
Yeah. They stop and they steal the shows. That's a good idea. Or a good.
Hello, Daryl.
Whatevs.
And then somebody wanted to know, the yardage. I don't offhand. I can probably find it for
Yardage
you.
for what?
The Pure Joy.
Oh.
It was 2 skeins of the main color and 1 skein of the other color.
Yes.
Because I made one too, and I had to dip into my second skein.
Yes. I think I might have put a project page up on that one, to be honest with you. Oh, I'm in airplane mode, so I'm probably not going to be able to do anything.
So let's see. So I will go next.
Okay.
This one is My Dotted Rays by Stephen West using Amanda Knits. This is the is it Canton base? And this is in Cantus base in avocado toast.
Yeah, I love this color. I think we're getting really dark.
Well, when we cover up our faces, yeah.
Oh.
So this is a really nice like creamy yarn with specks of brown and greens and purples, and there's like some oranges here. So this is one of my favorites. I wear this.
It's so
often.
Soft and drapey too.
This is a 2-ply yarn, which I love, and this is the perfect shawl to go under a jacket.
Yep.
This is the small version of the Dotted Rays.
Yeah, good question, Gene. There is a larger version, which I'm planning on casting.
I just cast on another one. I'm going to do the large version. So this one to me is another really great beginner shawl pattern.
Yep.
Again, it's just a garter stitch and some yarn overs and I-cord.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, I would recommend this. And actually, I think with Hohi's pattern too, I think with Pure Joy also, it has a I-cord tab cast on.
Yes.
And in this pattern, Stephen West recommends doing a provisional cast on.
Mm-hmm.
He has since changed the way that he does a I-cord tab. So I've checked his most video of one of his more recent shawls, and I believe even in the Slip Stravaganza, we did an I-cord tab.
We did.
Which does not require a provisional cast on. It's much easier to do. So
yeah, you're only like casting on three and then
stitches.
You're turning the work,
knitting,
and I just love his patterns, the way that he explains them too, because he's like, just do it. Just you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Like it is what it is. Like there's no stress, because his patterns can look so overwhelming and very stressful, but they're really not.
Yeah, and so if you guys haven't done a Stephen West, that's the one.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
that's
excited
the way
to
to
do
go.
mine.
That's my favorite easy Stephen West shawl so far.
Mm-hmm. So Michael Graham had asked what kind of project is good to knit with single ply. I've only knit one project with single ply. Maybe I'll get it. It was a hat, a stockhead slouch, and it's it's really like it's just drapier to me from what I like.
That's right.
From what I remember. Yeah, I'll get it.
I've done a lot of hats with single ply, especially the Malabrigo worsted. They have a single ply worsted that I used a lot when I first started knitting. It's actually a lot harder to find. I don't know if they make it anymore, but I loved it.
This was another one of my favorites, but I don't think I knit this year. This is another sockhead slouch with single ply, and this is Malabrigo Macheta. And I think it's in the desert colorway. We joked around in the beginning saying that this was my Chitara hat because it kind of reminded me of Chitara. But it's very drapey and soft. I really like it a lot. So I don't know what else you would use what else you can use single plies for that'll be really good for. I'm sure anything, really. Do you think single ply would be good for color work?
No.
No?
And the only reason I say that is because
maybe I'll put this on.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
That I'm not sure.
Like a stranded color work or something?
I'm going to tell you guys, both of you finished your Slip Stravaganza shawls inspired me to finish mine correctly. Oh, good job, Zach.
Yay. Great job. That was a really fun knit.
All right. Lacey, we're making you want to learn to knit. Do it.
Do it.
Get sucked in.
Yeah. Do you crochet, Lacey? Or sew or stitch or anything?
So this is my next one.
Oh, I love this one.
So this is, don't yell at me, y'all. I still haven't written.
Yell
but
at
this
him,
is my
y'all.
pattern. This is a mosaic cowl that I knit up. This is using yarn ink in cobblestone and something else.
Oh, what was it?
So this is a nice, just a nice fitting cowl.
Yeah.
It's not too tight. It's not too loose. It has a roll edge.
Look at the yelling at me.
I know. I love it.
Good job, guys.
I love this. It's a DK weight. So yeah, I love this thing. I've knit it twice. So now I just have to write it down.
Yeah. I'm going to knit. I have the yarn and stuff for it. I think I showed a couple podcasts ago. That's going to be a very soon cast on. And then I'm going to take notes and write everything down.
Hey, Kitten. Well, Kitten's here now. We could talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So somebody had asked, I'm not sure if you're here or not, but somebody had asked about yarn that was above my head. And they're all asking you to put your pattern.
I know.
And so we were thinking that this is the one that they were talking about. And
this was gifted to us by Kitten.
Yeah. And so this was the yarn that had come. Knitting Fever.
Why are you reading it in the screen? It's backwards.
I have no idea. It's backwards.
It's backwards to us.
Knitting Fever Painted Mists. And this is in, I'm not sure the color. What the color is
I don't think
called.
that had a color.
Oh, Dreamcatcher.
Oh, Dreamcatcher.
Isn't that gorgeous? It's that modal yarn. So I'm hoping that this is what you were talking about. You were saying that it's kind of like a brown variegated, but it had like oranges and yellows and different things. This is like the super, super soft yarn. So we have 2 skeins of that. So we'll probably, I'm not sure what I would do with it.
No, so it's funny. So
it's so soft. Like I want it like so close to my body.
It's really funny. So when you see other podcasters asking if it's backwards, like I remember the first couple episodes of the Grocery Girls, when you're recording and you're looking at, so we're recording, we can see ourselves on screen. So everything's backwards to us, the words.
Right.
Even though we know it's not for you guys, it's like that mind trip where you're looking
totally
at it.
Is.
So Ray's reading it in the screen and it's backwards to us.
Yeah.
So Kimberly wants to know if we have any New Year's resolutions, and we do. I don't do resolutions. Really.
Yeah.
I do more goals.
Goals.
So I have some goals for myself.
Yeah.
Like goals to start eating healthy again and getting back to working out, which I've done twice in the last 2 days, guys.
Yeah.
It is not fun. I do recommend it, but I don't.
Right.
But I tried, I've been trying Apple TV's fitness that you can get a free month trial.
Oh, yeah.
So we have an Apple TV and we have our Apple Watches. So I've been doing that and it's actually been really fun. I've never been a big, like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'd rather be at home and work out. So
same.
I've enjoyed it the last 2 days. And then my other one is like more of is just to, is put us back on like a budget. I normally do budgets for us.
Kevin loves numbers.
I love numbers. I like sitting down.
I hate them.
So
it works out well.
That's my stuff. And to do more things that I love, whether it's
that's a good one.
Right. So I love, obviously I love knitting. So that, and I love playing video games and I don't play them enough.
Right.
So that, no, Nancy, not a yarn budget.
No, not a yarn budget.
Who has one of those?
They're all yarn budgets.
No, I'm just kidding. No.
We should. Well, it would be nice to. I don't want to say
what, have a yarn budget?
No, it would be nice to start knitting from some of the yarn that we actually have in our stash.
I do miss real people. Let's talk about that for a minute. Speaking of real people, we went to a yarn store yesterday.
We did. It was so nice.
We went to our favorite yarn store. We talk about it before. It's Knit New Haven in New Haven, Connecticut. So we went there yesterday. We met a new friend, Mike, who who after watching the last episode saw that I had got the dyeing stuff from Ray for Christmas. Yeah. So he had a pot that he had used for dyeing and some dye that he wasn't planning on using anymore. So he generously offered to meet up with us and then give us the pot and the dye. Mm-hmm. So we met him at Knit New Haven. which was great, like super generous. So very thankful. So thank you, Mike, for that.
Yeah,
and
that was really awesome.
There and talked to the owner, Linda, for about an hour.
Yeah, we were in there for an hour. We're just like chatting, touching yarn, looking at things. It was really cool. It was really cool to interact.
Yeah. I know. Knit and Posse, love Knit New Haven. It's such a.
It's so small
and quaint and cute and cozy. Like it's that cozy feeling.
Yeah.
If I'm that scene from Clueless when Cher gets the bad grades and they go shopping at the mall.
Yes.
So when I'm in a bad mood, I go shopping to Knit New Haven.
I love that movie so much.
That's like my thing. I walk out of there, and even if you don't buy anything, I think going to a yarn store where you can see things, you get to see things that other people have knit. You walk away feeling inspired.
I actually bought yarn based on one of the samples that she had. And I had never done that. And I was saying to Kevin, like, I crochet as well. And like, I haven't, although I do have a crochet project that'll be an FO on the next podcast. But since I've taken up knitting, I feel like I'm enjoying a local yarn store much more now, because like it could just be that like yarn shops maybe are geared more towards knitters. I'm not sure. Because a lot of the samples, most of the samples, at least the yarn shops that we've been to, are like knit samples and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to find, like, for us anyway, to find like a crocheted sample to get inspiration from. Although from Knit New Haven, there was those jars. Remember those jars that I had like knit around?
Yeah, you crocheted them.
I crocheted around it. Yeah. But anyway, so it was so nice.
So Fiber Hustle said color therapy, absolutely,
totally.
And then Freaky Geek said bookstores. I love Barnes and Noble.
Yes.
I love going in there and just walking around for hours. I used to like Borders too when they were around here.
I remember Borders.
Yeah.
Are they still even around? They might have closed down. Remember Walden Books?
Yes.
That was a good one too. I really miss the like mom and pop bookshops.
Yeah.
Like there was one Whistle Stop
Bookshop.
That used to be so amazing going in there because they had like used books and stuff too. And there was like, I just had so much personality.
Borders.
Did Borders go out of business? Yeah. They did.
So Whistle Stop Bookshop used to, it was here in the town that we live in, and it was a little mom and pop place, and you could go in and sell your books to them.
Yeah.
After you were done, get credit so that you could buy other books, and they had new and used books there. So it was so much. I spent so much time there.
Yeah.
I just love it. I love a book.
Me too. Yeah. I do too. I love my Kindle, but there's nothing better than like a physical book.
We have a half price book there. That's fun.
That is fun.
Go on to our next
favorite. Okay, so
what about that one? Because
I don't know. Is my mom still here?
Yeah,
Mom, are you still around?
She may have fallen asleep.
She might have. Don't make fun of her.
I'm not making fun of her. She may have fallen asleep.
I don't know if my mom is still here. So anyway, one of our favorite acquisitions maybe this year just came for Christmas. I think my mother is just very talented. I'm a little bit, I don't know. So we were in.
But no, I just have another question that popped up that
I remember it. We were in, gosh, I can't remember.
We were
like Joanne Fabrics or.
It was Joanne Fabrics.
One of those stores. And there was, did I not take a picture of it?
You did, because you sent it to her.
Oh, I just sent it to her. I didn't save it on my phone.
I don't know.
Can I see any of this stuff that like, yeah, I guess I could. So we saw this picture, or we saw this, this thing, words.
There.
Wait, I want to find the actual picture.
So we were at Joanne Fabrics.
Thanks.
And we were walking around and
we saw this. It was like a little, sign with the reindeer. And we thought it was very cute, very simple, like very, very cute. I sent the picture to my mom. I was like, hey, can you do something like this? My mother made this.
Isn't it adorable?
Isn't that amazing? She used her Cricut. Isn't it so good? I love it. We just got this for Christmas. So we didn't hang it up this year, obviously, because we're going to do it next year. But isn't that cool?
Love it.
She's very talented. So there's a little shout out to my mother.
And she is awake.
Oh, you are awake. Hi, Mom. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so Knitting Posse, it was Joanne's in Milford. And then I don't remember if it was Knitting Posse or Lorian who asked if...
I think Knitting Posse is Kim right now.
I know, but it was one of them who asked if we had knitting goals for 2021.
Oh.
I think it was Lorian who asked.
I have a lot of knitting goals. Okay, so I have a few things. We were talking about like resolutions and we got kind of... So knitting resolutions. I do want to try something new this year.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try some brioche.
Me too. We were at the yarn store yesterday and Linda talked us into it. So I'm going to try brioche this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to try a Pearl Soho hat.
Yeah, it's a Pearl Soho hat. I think it's just called like the Simple Brioche hat, something like that, or Simple Brioche hat. I heard it was really an easy hat or a good hat to like learn some brioche on. So I'd like to do that, to do some brioche. I have, what else?
Yarn goals.
Yarn goals.
Or no, knitting goals.
Knitting goals.
Yeah.
So
somebody's making a brioche sweater.
Are they really? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I have the Montrealer on the needles. I want to do a cabled cardigan. I stole that idea from Kevin. Or I want to do a cardigan. Doesn't necessarily have to be like full on cables, but I want to do a cardigan because they're so cozy. I say that now though, but like by the time like summertime rolls around, I guess it'll be for like next year.
Yeah.
To wear it like
not for this.
Yeah.
Not for this current season. For
Yeah.
the fall of 2021.
Fall of 2021. One of the things I'm most looking forward to is some fiber festivals this year. Because since I took up knitting, we haven't been to any. I've never been to a fiber festival as like as like a knitter.
No, I mean I went to one in Vernon here, but this was well before I really
got into it.
Knitting. Like I was knitting here and there, but I hadn't done much at that point. You know, I was knitting squares or whatever the case was.
Right.
You know, very flat objects. I didn't start really getting into hats or socks or shawls or anything like that. So, yeah. What are mine?
Oh, Lacey, I'm crocheting something actually right now. I do miss crochet. So like I crochet from time to time still. Right now I definitely prefer knitting. I prefer the fabric of a knit garment. And to me knitting is a little bit more therapeutic. Because even though I know how to crochet and like I can follow a pattern and I can do pretty well, like I can't crochet without looking at it. So just more therapeutic for me, knitting, I think. So
Tyler Smith says Slate is a great cardigan pattern, and I have that.
Oh, I have that too.
I've knit it, but I haven't finished it. Remember, my two panels
it's
are
in
the
pieces.
Wrong. It's in pieces.
Why the hell haven't you done that yet?
Because the two panels are the wrong.
Okay,
size.
let's make your resolution to not procrastinate.
Now we're gonna be.
You look a little too sassy with that hat on your head. I think it's going. You look too sassy.
Separate videos now.
Okay, put up the wall. Who wants to come to my side? I'm just kidding. Don't choose.
So my knitting goals, I don't really have any for sure, but I would like to, if there are fiber festivals, my goal is to do a full cabled pullover for Rhinebeck.
Wow.
And then I would like to do, so we're doing the Montrealer now. And then I would like to also knit for either once in floral or a foxsake sweater.
What's well. Once in floral? Oh, is that the one like Max's sweater with the?
Yeah, I would like to do one of his colorwork sweaters up here because I think they're both beautiful.
Yes,
and then
they are beautiful.
I want to knit with Spin Cycle.
Yeah, we were eyeing some Spin Cycle.
Yeah, we saw some beautiful colors at Knit New Haven yesterday. So that's kind of where I'm at. Those are my thing. Other than
Who did the sweater in Spin Cycle?
Caleb did from Bearded Pearl.
Oh,
he did.
It was
the
gorgeous.
Spice Cardigan by Andrea Mallory, and he used.
That was gorgeous.
He used, I think, two. I almost feel like there were two colors. He just got Spin Cycle for something else too, I think.
Oh, Kim wants to do brioche as well. I'm hoping it's Kim. So, do you guys have? This is a question.
No, that's Kate.
Oh, this one's Kate. So, okay, here's what this is exactly what I was going to say, like way earlier. So, Kevin and I obviously have the Needles at the Ready Instagram, and when we like reply to like YouTube videos and stuff, sometimes like we'll put our names like, oh, blah 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 Ray and blah 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 like Kevin. but sometimes like we don't. And then I'm like, oh, this could be confusing for people.
It can.
Like Justin, for example, from Bearded Pearl sent us a message the other day. And we were talking and like, and then like we had to sign our names and he was like, well, laugh out loud. I love sending it to the two of you. So I'm just wondering, like, do you guys, I like how you put your name after like every little thing. Cause like, I think that's important.
All right. So next
favorite
knitting.
My next favorite, our next favorite.
Hello,
what?
Maxim Sear.
Oh, well, hello. Use spin cycle for the flowers.
Max. Oh my gosh, that's such a good idea.
That is a good idea.
I have thought about that so much to do a variegated yarn for the flowers.
That's a great idea.
What?
But don't they have smaller skeins too?
I don't know. But
spin cycle.
Hello, Megan.
Hello, Megan. Why did you like move your head like
Megan?
that?
Megan.
Our friend Megan. Oh my gosh. Megan was the very first person Kevin ever knit for.
Yes, my very first scarf that was ever knit.
Yes.
Was given to my friend Megan. That was I've talked about it before. That was the white acrylic with tinsel in it.
Yeah, but she still wears the crap out of that, I think.
Next up is slip extravaganza.
I still can't get over how graphic and amazing yours looks, Kevin. Honest to God, this is gorgeous.
So this is definitely this is a proud one. This is work. This was not easy knitting, but it's one of my favorite things. Like,
I agree. I totally agree.
I wore this out on Christmas Day because I was like, I never leave the house. I need to wear this. Mm-hmm. So I freaking threw this sucker on and left the house.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be hung up. Honestly, it is really like art.
Loved it. Love this.
Yeah.
All right.
It's really art. So mine is also a very proud. This is one of the like proudest. Oh, I forgot my sweater upstairs. This is mine. My slip extravaganza. I am very proud of me being able to do this knit because as like somebody who's only been knitting for about a year.
Yeah, just over a year now.
Yeah, I don't want to block
your face. No, I love yours.
So I like mine. I love mine too. I love it. I wear this all the time.
You know what I love about this one is that early on in the process, you weren't sure. You kept questioning your color choices. Yeah. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out.
Same.
That everything just kind of worked out the way that it was supposed to.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that it looks the way that it does because it really is so pretty.
And it was just like such a great process. And it's also like that we did the same thing, but like they're completely different. They're just completely different shawls,
Yes, Michael. Anybody who got through that shawl and bound off should be proud. That's some work.
Totally. Doing the bind off. Oh my goodness gracious. That was like 5 hours worth of I-cord knitting.
Can't. Yeah. And then I have one more favorite, and then we could talk about some of our books.
Sure.
All right. So
let's see. Let's catch up on some comments.
Catch up. I'm going to take this off because it is a little warm.
Okay. Ray, I'm amazed at your accomplishment. I've been knitting 50 years and would not attempt it. So Sharon, had I known what this looked like before we started, I would not have knit that probably. I would have been very scared to knit that. But because it was a mystery knit along, and I knew Kevin was doing it too, we had no idea what it was going to look like, what was going to be required of us. So that's the only reason why I think I did it. If I had seen it, now I'm much more comfortable and confident in my knitting skills. I could probably see something and be like, oh, I'll give that a try. But if I had seen this before, I would have been like, no way.
Thank you, Robert. He said he just gasped when he looked up from knitting. That's amazing. Aww. Thank you. I would say, so I know that I've seen some comments too, and this comes up quite a bit when you talk about Stephen West. Yeah. A lot of people, when they first see a Stephen West project, the colors are intimidating.
Totally.
Because he loves color. He loves playing with color too.
Totally.
So I think when you're...
Hi, Julie. 9-inch circular needles, Julie. Sorry, go on.
No. So I think when you look at a Stephen West knit, you have to not look at the color. You have to look at the design and the texture of it. And it's almost like you have to look at it as a black. You know what? That's not a bad idea. Take a screenshot of it and turn it black and white.
Yeah.
And then look at the actual project itself and see if it's something you would knit that way. Because
I agree.
The,
I mean,
the
my
color can be scary.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
And then somebody wanted to know how we store our knits. We have no good way to store our knits right now. They're all in like a bin under a bench in our entryway.
Well, those are the ones that we can grab and go.
Yes.
Like those are our most worn knits. So if like a hat to walk the dog with, or whatever. And some of our shawls are in there. But then we have another storage bin upstairs.
Oh, that's plastic.
Yeah, plastic storage bin that we have. I got my antler toque out of that, which it should have been down here, easy access. But we'll store them away. We'll store them away in like a big Rubbermaid, thing for the those spring or summertime or whatever.
And then Linda said that guy is very talented, but a little over my head. I'm a beginner knitter. So I think that he has a lot of beginner knitter friendly patterns, but the colors can make them not look beginner friendly.
Yeah. And somebody had said that he's such a great teacher, and he really is.
Oh my gosh. Hands down.
Even if even if you don't buy the pattern for Slipstravaganza, I would just recommend people just watching some of his videos just to get a feel for like where his mind is at.
Yes.
And how he literally walks you through the whole thing.
For sure.
Because that was the first time I think I've watched him in a video, to see how he was like, what he was like. And,
I agree.
And you would think that like, oh my God, he's just like, he's so complicated and complex, but he's really very down to earth and chill on those videos. Really, really cool.
So two people just said the Boneyard shawl is a beginner.
Oh yeah,
friendly,
we did.
Which it
too.
is. My only issue with the Boneyard was there was so much purling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do my last one because this was just mentioned. Somebody said they did this earlier.
Okay.
So this, I will say, is probably out of everything I knit, for some reason, this is my favorite knit.
This
out
is
of
one of
everything
my
that I've done last year, this one's my favorite. And this is my Vertices Unite.
I love
I don't know if
it's probably not all going to fit.
The colors, I have no idea, but this is the favorite thing that I made last year.
Yeah.
I think
it's so good. This is my favorite color. I think that's Barnyard Knits, isn't it?
Yes, this is Barnyard Knits, and both are Barnyard Knits.
Yeah.
This is Barnyard Knits and Lolo Did It.
Yeah. I think this is all Lolo Did It and Barnyard Knits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is definitely my favorite thing.
Yeah, I love it.
It was interesting. The construction was so different, right, than anything I've done. And it was a great way to play with colors. I have so much yarn left over from some of these that I could do another one. I loved it. I do. Oh my gosh, I love this thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's Jennifer, Jedi Dragoon.
Oh, hey, Jedi Dragoon.
Hi. I'm not sure the Pure Joy. Let's look it up actually.
Pure Joy, I believe, is 2 skeins of the main color and 1 skein of the.
Yeah.
You have your airplane.
Oh yeah.
This was another struggle though. So
Jennifer, I'll send you a message.
I switched my colors in this section here. This section here, actually. I switched my colors 4 to 5 times until I got it, until I knew that was it. Because it's hard to tell, but this is actually 2 colors in this section. But yeah, this is my favorite knit from last year.
You know what I loved watching you knit that actually was the
blue stripe
process. Like you trying out the different colors in the different ways. Like it was really cool to watch you go through that whole process.
Yeah, there was some stuff I had to learn, like way to pick up stitches and manipulate things, but this was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, guys, if you guys haven't knit this, I would totally knit this. I did the large, by the way.
So I'm intimidated by that.
Pure Joy takes approximately 750 yards.
Oh, okay.
That does not seem like much.
No, it doesn't seem like much at all.
So, yeah, definitely. If you haven't knit this, guys, just knit this up. I think it's 5 colors.
See, that intimidates me.
Oh, no. Ray's going to knit one this year.
No, I don't know if I will. That intimidates me.
But totally do it, Aaron. Do it. Oh, I'm a crocheter turned continental knitter. I want to be a
So,
continental knitter.
I keep trying. I can continental knit. But for some reason, it's much more comfortable for me to do English style
To be a
knitting.
thrower?
To be a thrower. Yeah. I kind of do a combination of throwing and picking. Depends on like.
I don't pick. I
do. I do
you know
both.
what? I'm going to practice this year. I'm going to practice my continental knitting.
Yeah, I can definitely do continental knitting, and I actually think I did a lot of continental knitting in. I think I did a whole hat continental.
As a side, how long do you keep your tree? We will probably get rid of it.
Today is the last day.
No, we're.
Why?
I can't. I don't have the energy to decrease
you're right.
today. So probably next weekend we'll get rid of it.
Yeah, it's still doing very, very well.
Yeah,
it's a Fraser fir. It's actually it didn't drink a lot of water this year. So in the beginning, we thought that something was wrong with it.
Going to die.
We thought it was going to die like that day. Because usually when you bring the tree in, you cut off the bottom, put it in the water, and it drinks so much water.
Yeah.
But like ours didn't drink a lot of water when we first put it in. But yeah, I agree, Tyler. So most people who start crocheting and then go to knitting are do continental. Yeah. No, for some reason I didn't. But I do when I do color work in all the color work projects that I've done, the friggin' only Christmas balls that I've done, but I did hold the color work in this hand, and I did continental knitting that way, or picking, or whatever it's called.
All right, ready? So now
we've been going for almost an hour already, and we haven't even.
So now let's talk about some of the books that we have.
This is fun. I love you guys. I love when you guys come.
So the first couple of books, I think these are good table books because they have patterns in it. They're all patterned books. And they're just nice to have. So the first ones are, I'm going to go with.
These are great. I don't know if you can get these anymore.
You can't. These are really hard to find, but this is Rib Magazine 1, 2, and Rib Magazine 3. So interesting thing with this one is that at our local yarn store in New Haven, this magazine sold out before all the other magazines because of the yoke on this sweater.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
From I think the only one of these that I've knit something from is I've done this one. So this is called the Revolution watch cap, and it did not work for me. It is a sequence knitting.
How sexy is it to see a guy knitting? I might be a little partial, but jeez.
So this is good. From I think that one is where I did. I know.
It's a sin.
It's a sin. Can you go in the back that has the cowl right there?
That one?
Yep.
Is this the Metropolitan cowl?
Yeah. So from Magazine 1,
you knit
I've
this.
done the you're showing the pattern.
Oh, sorry.
The Metropolitan cowl.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite cowls.
It's actually
all the
upstairs.
time. That was knit out of Malabrigo Rios.
Yeah.
So these are some of my favorites. It's cool. It's sad that it's gone, because there's not a lot of stuff just dedicated to male patterns or guys who knit. So this was really cool to have around for the 3 episodes that it was.
Someone get Ray some cold water. Let me get myself. I have got some cold water right here.
Next one is the Jared Flood Woolens. So this is another one that just has some really beautiful patterns in it. I actually have to finish one because I'm afraid to steek, and I think I did it wrong, but
it's so good.
The red shift shawl.
That's been on the needles forever.
This has been on the needles.
I think that's your longest project.
Yeah, since I was babysitting Brayden. I knit this when I was babysitting Brayden.
No way.
This has some really great hats and really oversized scarves in it.
What's in there?
This is my colorwork chart.
Oh, for the red shift.
Yeah. So this is just another fun one. Here's a circular shawl called the Halo shawl.
How do you wear that?
So that might be fun. Jedi Dragoon has to go. Bye, Jedi Dragoon.
Bye, Jennifer.
It has a cowl. So this is just a nice, pretty book to have as well.
Yeah.
And then this is one of my favorites. This is Knitting from the North. This is so
good. Yeah.
This book, I have knit 2 projects out of here. There's a lot of color work in this one.
Oh my god, it looks is that what's called Fair Isle?
So this
what's the difference between Fair Isle and like stranded color work, or is there a difference?
I believe it's the it's almost like the history of it.
Really?
So this one has some fingerless fisherman's rib mittens. Super easy. They're
What's
knit
this
flat.
cowl?
Knit flat and then just seamed up. And then the next thing I made just to do some like
Steeking with a T.
yes, steeking
As in Thomas.
is this arrow cuffs. These were really fun to knit. Really quick, a little color work. But then there's like just some beautiful hats in here. Where's one of them that I want to knit?
I don't think I've ever actually looked through that book. Look at how great. Oh
I know.
God,
There's
love
a hat that's similar to it, which I think I'm trying to find.
How fun. Who loves it? Like, who doesn't love a good knitting book?
But it's nice to look in.
Oh, Fair Isle is 2 colors only, I believe, and stranded can be more.
Is this the hat?
Kind of
even
like
just look at-
sparkling wine versus champagne.
But it's kind of like, and look at this. The arrow hat
Yeah.
to match the cuffs.
Yeah.
Like just such a fun pattern. And it's funny. So we went to Knit New Haven yesterday and I was talking
Yeah.
about this and Linda just went
She
and
like
grabbed
pulled it right out. Yeah.
She's like, oh, I was just looking at that.
Mhm.
And then I think these are good reference types of books. So,
Wow, you brought down a lot of books.
right. So first you have the Bible, right? Principles of Knitting.
Yeah, you see that. That's like front and center, like
Yeah,
usually
you
right
have to
behind
have
us in the
this.
podcast.
This is, again, just great reference. If you need to
Look at all these people answering the questions. I
just
love you
look
guys.
something-
Thank
I
you
know.
so much.
Oh, hey, Rob.
So amazing. Hey, Rob.
Gotta go, guys. Bye, Nancy.
Who said that?
Thank you for stopping by, Nancy.
Oh, bye,
So much again.
Nancy. The happy hour club colorway. Yes. So I joined that happy hour. Did I show that last one?
No, we got it.
Oh,
You'll show it
wait
next
till
weekend.
you see next week.
So this great book, and it's just nice to read through sometimes to read about a technique.
Mhm.
This is the first one I bought when I started knitting.
Happy
So-
Sunday, Auntie Vernon.
Get started knitting, learn something new.
Was that one of your first books?
This was probably the first one that I bought. It has some like how to make a slip knot, really
simple
basic
stuff. Oh, that's great, though.
really,
what a
really
good
basic
resource.
knitting stuff. And
Yeah.
then it has a lot of stitch patterns in here. So we have like single rib, double rib, traveling rib, seed stitch.
Oh,
It has a couple patterns in the back where to use some of these things, I think.
oh, look how to steam block things too.
Right, some
Very
intarsia.
smart.
So that's fun. And then I have 2 of these upstairs. I have volumes 1 and 2. So this is Vogue Knitting Stittionary. Stittionary? Like a dictionary, but a stittionary, right?
Yeah, I can't say that word for some reason.
So again, just it's nice to, if you're looking for ideas, I
Mhm.
often start to knit something and just pick a pattern from this book and just kind of see how it works and see if I understand it.
Oh yeah.
And see if I could maybe, since all these patterns are knit flat, is to see if I could work them in the round and how to do that. So it's just fun to kind of mess with yarn.
Yeah, great
And
resources.
if you don't know what you want to make, to kind of, look at a new stitch pattern and then see if
Yeah.
it's something that you'd like to do. These are great ways too, if you like making dishcloths, to like switch your dishcloth up every now and again and use one of these stitch patterns for it. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm laughing at you.
Why me?
If you ever want to change up your dishcloth pattern, because we knit so many dishcloths and we use the same pattern over and over again.
But I don't want to switch mine.
No, I
up.
know.
I'm saying
I did do. Ross
to-
has quite a few of them
to
from
the
Smells Like
viewers-
Yarn. I don't know if Ross is still here, but
I'm not switching my dishcloth.
his patterns were really fun and easy to do.
No, I'm saying I know that.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
And then my last
Stop
one
being a picking fights.
is the
You're such a jerk. Whatever.
oh my gosh. Last one is the alternate dictionary. So this is all color work. Let's see if I could
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I knit something out of here. Oh, look. Oh, I love that.
Ross says he needs to release some new patterns.
Look, just a book with color work patterns.
I think that's fun.
So it's fun. There's one in here of like aliens, of skulls. It has a letter chart, a numeric.
Oh yeah.
It has dog paws. Look, skulls and bones and
I
hearts.
bet we can use some of this and kind of make some make up some of our own like Christmas ornaments and stuff that we were doing.
Oh yeah, like the Arne and Carlos ornaments. You could throw these on there. So yeah, so that's just some of the books that we have upstairs.
Yeah.
So let's see. So what else?
Look at my mom's asking.
I know,
Ross.
she's like, yes, baby.
Boy, mom jumped right into that one. She's been quiet the entire time, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Ray, you've done 3 of Ross's patterns, I think.
His dishcloths?
Yeah, 2 to 3 of them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do the rest of them. But, you know.
I know.
There's so much to do.
Since the last podcast, I've cast on 2 new projects. I just got yarn for 2 more projects. And I have 2 other projects on the needles that I'm not currently working on.
Yeah. Well, right now I have the Montrealer on my needles. I have that blanket that's just like languishing in the corner. I haven't touched that in forever. I did pick up an old project from the summertime that is crocheted that I didn't start, but somebody else started. And
who would have started a project and not finish it in this house?
So I'm finishing it. So that'll be done. That'll probably be done by the end of the day today. From all of you OGs who remember what those were.
Whoever doesn't finish their projects.
I finished most of my projects.
I said, no, you should talk to the person who doesn't.
Yeah, you don't finish your projects.
I finished my project. I'm not a crocheter. I'm not a crocheter.
You don't have to be. I actually enjoy doing it.
I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into the flow.
Yeah. No, I did. It worked out pretty fast too. And then I have, so I'm going to do Kevin's cowl coming up soon.
What am I doing?
In my life is Kevin's cowl, the dotted rays using the wonderful Amanda's
exploding Cornish
pixies. And then I got some yarn yesterday. I got enough yarn to do 2 additional projects, which we'll talk about, I think, in the next podcast.
Are you going to have them cast on by the next one?
I may have one of them cast on. I want to finish the crochet that I'm doing now this way. And then I'm going to cast on the smaller of the 2 projects. No, I might cast them both on.
Okay.
Yeah, I might cast them both on.
And then I was thinking, going back, hold on. Oh, 619 to 253. Ray has not finished the Karen anniversary cake blanket.
No, that's the blanket that's been languishing in the corner of, like, next to my couch.
Yeah.
I think I threw a couple more rows on it. It's going to be one that just, like, lasts for a while. You know what I really want to do?
What?
Is get longer needles. I want to get 5-inch.
Oh, I see.
5-inch tips, because I think that's the problem. Is I'm having a hard time holding the needles.
Gene, that's awful. Somebody stole yarn from his front steps.
What? No.
That's not nice.
That's awful. That's one of my like worst fears because we live on a main road.
Yeah.
And so like sometimes, and we have like when you walk into our house, like we have 3 or 4 steps that go up to a very small like front porch, and then you open like the screen door, and then we have an inside porch as well, like with like windows all around it, and then like it leads to our front door of our house. Oh. So sometimes when we get delivery, the smart delivery people will put it on the inside porch.
Bye, Reese Ann.
Oh, bye, Reese.
Love you.
Love you. Our niece, Reese.
She's so cute.
Aw. Maybe we'll chat with you when we're done.
Yeah, she said, well, I'll see you when you're all done.
Like FaceTime.
So yeah, we'll FaceTime with her.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying.
So our fear is that somebody's going to steal something from our porch.
When the delivery people don't put it on, like, yeah.
I had another goal. Somebody had mentioned that they had a goal to finish a WIP a month. Oh. I made a reading goal.
You did?
Yes. So I have a reading goal to not start any new series.
Okay.
My reading goal is to finish all the current series that I'm reading. So I have to finish The Discovery of Witches again. I have to finish.
Are you good? Or do you consider?
Yes, I do.
Times Convert.
Yep.
Part of that. Okay.
I need to finish the Iron Druid Chronicles.
Yeah, I would like to restart that actually.
I need to finish another one that the 4th book just came out with. I'm currently reading Shadow and Bone, I think. Maybe not Shadow and Bone. I get it confused because there is a Shadow and Bone and then something else. So I think I have to read those 4 series, or maybe a 5th one. And then Paladin Prophecies.
Right.
So I need to read those 5 series before I start any new series this year.
I was just thinking earlier today that there was a series I wanted to start back up again to read again, but I can't remember.
Wait, so, Ross.
So, that sounds like one of the books that Kevin likes to read. So Ross just started a book on his Kindle called Jingle My Bells. And how come it looks like my right eye is like squinty?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And that's kind of like your hardwood and weird books that you have on your Kindle.
Bye, Sharon.
Bye, Sharon. Thanks for coming.
Wait, how did I not know this?
What?
The Bearded Pearl podcast, I Love Times Convert. How did I not know that they read these books?
Really?
What have I been missing?
I'm not helping, but you guys should read Shades of Magic trilogy by V.E. Schwab.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We'll add that to our... I can't add
Shades
it to
of
my
Magic.
notes. Shades.
That sounds very familiar. Oh, and then that other series too. There's 6. I don't even know the name of it.
Well, you can't start them, so I guess I'll have to read them all. Although I only read like 5 minutes at a night, so...
The Vine Witch series.
Oh my gosh.
Read the 3rd
Sorry.
one.
Pacific Moon Knits is going to reopen the pre-orders of the Needles at the Ready stitch markers.
Oh, fun.
Yes. I'll actually show you.
I'm so way behind. Seriously, guys.
Way behind with what?
That Caleb and Justin read Deborah Harkness.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Nicole, we are totally watching season 2. I think it comes out here in...
I know we've shown this before.
In like the 14th, maybe? Erica, I'm on book 2 of the Dresden Files. That I'm not finishing that series this year.
Hey, Gary, Happy New Year, buddy.
Happy New Year, Gary. Hello.
Oh, that's awesome. I loved seeing hubby on your last podcast.
Yes.
That was really cool, modeling his sweater. That was awesome. We've mentioned this before, but this is probably like
for sure,
hands down, my favorite tool, most used knitting tool ever. And this is by Acreworks. It's got, and I know we've showed this, it's got everything that you need in here. It's all magnetic. It's got your stitch
your
gauge. It's got a built-in tape measure. It's got scissors, pockets for everything, your stitch markers. The reason I grabbed this is to show, because Pacific Moon Knits said she's gonna put these back in her shop. And these are the Needles at the Ready. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there it goes. A focus, kind of. Maybe-ish. Not really. Needles at the Ready stitch markers.
That's why I like doing it.
They're so much fun.
Yeah.
I actually had this on the project that I took off because it's almost done. But yeah, Acreworks, they have great products.
I love that.
Yeah.
The Last Herald Mage Trilogy by Mercedes Lackey.
Oh.
All right, so I think is that everything? I think we have everything.
Cute bracelet. Oh, thanks. These are Loki?
Yeah, it's L-O-K.
L-O-K-I?
A-I. I don't know.
I think it's just L-O-K-I.
So mine is a Gemini one, and Ray has a Marvel.
I have the Avengers one, but I love the color. Look how great that focus. Thanks. But I love the colors of these.
The story behind this bracelet is that each one has a white bead and a black bead on it, and these are like silicone almost. So in the one of the beads is supposed to have water from Mount Everest, and then the other is supposed to have mud from the Dead Sea. So water from the highest point, mud from the lowest, to remind you that there's just about balance and that there's always highs and lows, and to just kind of be mindful of that.
Yeah.
So I really thought that was important this past year to just kind of remember, like, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days.
Totally.
You know, it's all about balance.
Yep.
So it's just a way to remind yourself of that if you're having a kind of like a bad day.
Yeah.
My bracelet is a ruler because you never know when you need to measure stuff.
Totally.
I want a leather bracelet one, ruler bracelet.
Yeah, me too. I've seen those. Remember the old school like snap bracelets?
Yeah. But I don't want one of those.
No, I know. Somebody had asked again. This is Acreworks.
It's A-K-E-R.
I don't know if it'll show up. Not really. A-K-E-R-W-O-R-K-S. I don't know if they sell.
We are so silly.
Why? Acreworks swatch gauge. Oh, it's right on there.
Here.
You can share this stuff? Oh, hopefully you didn't shut off our live stream.
No, I did not shut anything off. We're fine.
Okay. Oh, look, we're still there. Oh, we were. Do 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 do. Are you really gonna like embed a link?
I'm trying to, yeah.
I don't think it lets you.
It didn't copy.
No. Anyway, yes, you can get the swatch gauge separately, or this entire like packet. And I think we got this from our local yarn shop. I'm not sure if you can buy them online. I bet you can.
All right. So
this is probably like
right.
just. There you go. Somebody else did it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
not
Ross.
letting me copy and paste.
Ross, you need to. We'll hire you.
And then the
bracelets. You're hired.
Bracelets came from here.
Let's not do this.
Raymond,
I can't see anything. People are chatting and they're saying that you're annoying. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm leaving now.
I'm just kidding. Kevin, do you think you'll ever go back to Twitch streaming soon?
I have no idea. It's just so hard to find the time.
I know.
Now, the reason it used to be easier for me is I had Wednesdays and Sundays off of work. So I would do everything that could possibly need to get done on a Wednesday. I would go grocery shopping, do laundry, clean the house, like all that good stuff, where it left my Sunday mornings open.
Okay.
And now I work Monday through Friday. So between Saturday and Sunday, all that stuff has to happen. And then, podcast stuff happens every other week. So it's weird.
Yeah. Somebody said our sound has changed.
Oh, has it?
Has our sound changed? Don't touch anything.
I'm not touching anything.
You're touching stuff.
You can't sit with us.
You can't sit here. Stop trying to make fetch work.
I was just going to say, that's so fetch.
That would be a great movie to watch today. No, we're watching
Bearded Pearl when we're done.
Oh yeah, Bearded Pearl, obviously. Yeah. That's what we're
we're going to do Bearded Pearl. We're going to watch Bearded Pearl when we're done here.
Yeah.
Grocery shopping's happen, workouts happen, dog's been for a walk, so we're kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's like snowing and raining right now. It's like a gross mixture.
Yeah, it's a gross day out here today.
Okay, good.
So then we're just going to knit.
Okay. Yeah, so somebody had mentioned Acreworks is a small family-owned business, so absolutely, support them. All their products are like handmade. They had a video. I forgot what they are.
You know where we watched them on? We watched them on Vogue.
Vogue Knitting Live.
Video.
Yeah.
No. When they were doing SSK with the Knit Girls.
Oh, SSK.
So we watched their YouTube from SSK.
Yeah, because we were looking for the clue. Right? Don't they have like a clue or a code word or something like that?
Yeah, because we entered for like a big giveaway that they had for watching all the videos. But they also do a lot of fun little things. I think they're all 3D printed.
Yeah.
A lot of their stuff. They
do a lot of wood stuff too, don't they?
For spinning.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of spinning related stuff.
So yeah, they're fun.
Yeah. And we are absolutely not organized, Gary. It sounds like it. I don't know why it's today worked out.
We came into this one with a plan. There was a toss up on what to do. Were we going to talk about our favorite knits?
Yeah.
In the previous episode or the next episode? Our episodes are already really long. Adding more stuff to it is kind of hard. And
because we can honestly stay like talk forever.
No, not really.
Well, I just love this. I love like
this. I could do this.
I love
this.
I feel like I feel like I can take a pee break and not have to worry about it. Bye, Kelly.
Oh,
thanks for coming by. Oh, hi, Lucy. Lucy, when did you sneak in?
I know. Lucy totally snuck in.
Yeah. Bearded Pearl is one of your favorite fiber casts. Yeah, ours too. They're amazing people. They're amazing
really
individuals.
Fun. They're good.
Yeah.
We've met a lot of amazing people doing this.
Yeah.
Do we have a yarn budget? We don't, but we also are mindful of what we.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy not that I'm not going to, but because we're both new sweater knitters, like we aren't going to invest on indie dye yarn yet for a sweater.
Right.
So we bought our sweater yarn from Knit Picks.
Yeah. I do have to say that whiskey is probably going to end up being
a sweater for you.
A sweater for me at some point. I love that colorway.
Bye, Cecilia. I think it's just about And you know what? If I didn't have a budget, if there was a yarn that I wanted,
Yeah.
I would save for it.
Yeah.
If I really wanted that yarn for a project, I would put money aside for it.
We are very mindful with like what we spend our money on too.
Yes.
In general, you know, like, and we don't wait for the holidays. Like if, you know, we both work and we're lucky enough to like, you know, to both be working.
Yeah. That's a huge thing.
Yeah. And like we communicate to each other when usually not
You
really,
only live once.
actually.
What?
I think it works out because I usually don't buy a lot of things. You end up buying a lot of things and then you swear that you tell me about them and then you do.
I do.
You don't
No, I
tell
do.
me about them.
Now I can just blame I tell you every single time I buy something.
Yeah, but maybe I only hear part of it.
But see, you know what too is that for buying, there's dyers that I want to buy from.
Yeah.
Right. So we live in Connecticut. Legacy Fiber Arts is in Connecticut. We never tried their yarn.
They're going to be a next purchase from us probably.
So there's that, and then there was one. Oh my gosh!
Bye, Kate and Kim.
Bye, Kate and Kim.
Thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year. Maybe we can hook up again one day and like do like knitting in the park or something.
Oh my gosh. So, all right. So Dragon Horde Yarn was here. Her mom is Cafe Yarn Creations.
Oh, Yarn. Yeah. Cafe Yarn Creations.
Yarn Cafe Creations.
Cafe Creations.
So she had like a really great kit that came out for Christmas that I wanted to try. So that's going to be on my radar for this upcoming year. Like I would like to try her yarn. And then I would like to try some Lolo Bean. That's really hard to get.
Oh yeah, it is hard to get. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I find a yarn dyer that I want to try, I'm going to buy some of their. I'll buy a skein to give it a shot, but that's where it gets tricky. Buying one skein is hard because you don't have enough for a project.
I know.
So that's.
I know. I wish you could like try it before you buy it. You know,
Lucy thought I froze because I like. Have you? So I haven't seen the new Dragon Horde one, but I have seen one from Dragon Horde Yarn that I want to try. It is like stepping. It's something about steps. It's a free pattern, I think. It is a shawl. It's a one skein shawl.
Really? I don't know if I know this one.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's actually on my. I just added it to my queue.
Yeah, I think that you just, you know, be smart about it. You know, it's amazing to be able to support small businesses and local dyers, but there's definitely something to be said about, you know, going to Walmart and getting some yarn. Like you do what you need to do.
Changing staircases. Absolutely.
I don't have to buy much yarn because Caleb buys everything. Well, Justin.
Knitting, bro. What's going on? That's another dyer. We bought 3 skeins from Knitting, bro.
We did.
And I have no idea what I want to do with them yet, but I went to his site and I saw those colors and I was like, I have to have them.
Yes. Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many good ones. There's a new dyer out there. He's 15 years old.
He's in the UK.
He's in the UK. So we're going to like look at his shop. He's pretty new. It's like, you know, newly starting out, and it's called Handmade by Joe. His website is handmadebyjoe.co.uk. He's 15. He does crochet. So he's got a website where he's selling some of this stuff and he's dyeing yarn. So really cool. So it's going to be another purchase soon.
So 2 things. So Amanda said there's nothing wrong. There's no shame in Walmart Lions brand.
Absolutely not.
That's
no.
And I'm glad you said that because that reminded me one of my knitting goals this year, which is part of the reason I started knitting, and I've just never done this, is that I want to knit one hat every month to give to a shelter or to bring it to like one of our, is it cancer ward? Like, or like where my dad went? Remember like.
He went to hospice.
No, not hospice, but where he went to go have his chemo treatments. Like they had they had a bin of hats outside for them. So I want to be able to do that. Right. So for like chemo patients, it has to be acrylic. Like there's certain yarns that you can use.
I don't think you can use wool.
So that's something that that's like my goal for the year is to do that. Because that was one of the main reasons I wanted to knit. And then I don't know if I already said this, is that it was totally changing staircases by
changing staircases. That does sound familiar now.
That way.
So speaking of Lions brand, the yarn that I'm using now for that crochet project is the Lions brand homespun.
It's really, yeah, I think it's homespun. It's really nice yarn.
It's so soft. It's 100% acrylic. It's so incredibly soft and easy to work with. Hasn't split. It's been really a pleasure to work with. But I'll show that next time.
Yeah, I definitely want to do some charity knitting. I think, and I love hats.
Me too.
They take a couple of days.
Yeah.
Even dishcloths. People have mentioned that. So.
Yeah, I didn't realize that there was that charity. I forgot the name of it now, where you knit or crochet the dishcloth, and they included like a bar of soap or something like that with it.
Yeah.
Right. It's really cool.
So you gave 70 hats to our ED this year.
Holy cow, Dorothy! That's amazing.
You have a little free library in my yard, and I put. Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's cute too.
Yeah.
You guys are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, homespun. Yeah.
I would love to do that.
Oh, hometown. I'm sorry, it's hometown that I have. Hometown. Oh, it got really quiet. I was like, oh, the heat just kicked off.
I know that there's a heater like right behind us, and it's so warm now.
It's so nice. I've got my woolen socks on. It's so nice.
The year of 2021, the year of no yarn snobs. You can create with that.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think it's just fun to, just knit.
I'm
all about
knit.
Just wanting to do stuff that I want
or crochet
to
or sew or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, just no pressure. Just do it.
Hats Not Hates is a really good one too.
Yeah. I wanted to do that this year.
I want to sew this year.
Okay.
Some.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn sewing. I'm going to learn to sew and dye yarn.
Yeah, I mean the dyeing is going to be really fun.
Yeah, dyeing is going to be really fun. We went to IKEA yesterday too because it's about 10 minutes from our yarn store, and I got some supplies to dye.
Yeah, from IKEA. I love IKEA.
I know.
I do. Like you go downstairs in like the little kitchen areas and stuff. Yeah, really fun.
All right, I think that's everything.
Yeah,
we're at an hour and a half about. So
yeah.
I think that was good. So we talked about our favorite knits. Got some questions.
Do we have any last minute questions?
Yeah, any last minute questions before we wrap this thing up?
Yeah, we'll go for another like 3 minutes. Well, there'll be an hour and a half in totes. Oh, Painted Fox Gifts. Hi, Hope.
Hi, Hope.
Hi, I'm sorry I didn't see you pop in earlier. I bet you were here earlier. Your IKEA is so far away. Yeah, we're very lucky, like because we're about 10 minutes from New Haven, which is a large town.
Yeah.
And that's where our yarn shop.
So 2 questions. The name of the shawl I'm currently wearing is Vertices Unite by Stephen West. And then I just saw another one. When do you take your December stuff down? Next weekend, it will all be down.
Not all of it.
We leave out winter-themed decor.
Right.
But we put the Christmas-specific stuff away.
Right. Like that Santa Claus that's up there hanging on the wall. He'll come down. The tree will come down.
Like our trees.
Yeah, we leave some things. Like that tree with the Santa Claus hat will come down. We've got some more trees.
Please.
Like Christmas trees are like kind of our thing. We decorate with them around this time of year.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you know that Carlos has to go? Really?
What?
Wait, do you know that Carlos has to go into the hospital for a month due to post-COVID lung?
No, I didn't know that.
We did not know that. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
How sad.
Yeah.
He really got hit hard.
He did.
So somebody wants to know, Ray as a nurse, what do I do? I work in customer service. So I have for probably like 20 years, I would say, in some form. Like I've done customer service. I've managed call centers. I've worked in HR. I've done I've managed some off-center sites in the Philippines.
So Kevin makes all the phone calls here.
I do. I have to. Yeah.
Yeah. He's good on the phone.
I know. So somebody said we should do a virtual knit. Somebody had actually mentioned about doing it in the park again. I would love to do a knit day in the park here in New Haven again when it's nice out. Hopefully that will happen.
Hopefully these fiber festivals will happen and like things will be in a better place and we can all like get together and see each other and hug each other. I think it'll be really cool.
Ray just really wants to hug people.
I just want to hug people. I miss hugs. I do.
How come Kevin doesn't whisper?
Why does my eye look like it's like into the?
So I don't know that I ever would whisper in the microphone, but that's like your thing.
You want to whisper into the microphone?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Do you want me to whisper into the microphone?
So it's really funny. I think maybe I have a weird whisper voice.
So Kevin thinks he has a weird whisper voice.
Do you remember? So we used to watch.
We used to watch. What?
What the heck's that show on ABC? Remember with all the fairy tale people?
Oh, Once Upon a Time.
So they used to call Rumpelstiltskin
Yeah.
Crocodile. So I would like
Crocodile.
chase. I would chase.
Yeah, you
Ray
were weird because you were being weird.
I would chase Ray around the house and just be like Crocodile.
Yeah, because you're weird. Oh, my beard. Yeah, my beard is growing in.
Mine
for
I trim
sure.
all the time.
Yeah, I haven't trimmed my actual beard. Like I clean up around my neck, and around here too, which I'm due for. But other than and a little bit like of the stash, but I haven't trimmed my beard yet. Not sure if I'm going to. We're gonna see how it goes.
All right. So we are going to. We're at an hour and a half, so we'll end it here. So we just want to thank you guys again.
This has been so incredible. Ugh. I love when we get the chance to do this, and I love that it's separate from the actual sit down podcast kind of thing.
This is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, me too.
That's why we're gonna do it, monthly.
And we do leave this up, and I know we try our best to not have it super confusing for people who watch after the fact. But I think the real fun of it is if you can join us live, it's so incredible.
For sure.
If you can't, you can always go back. We try to show things that. If you won't miss anything if you don't watch this.
Yeah, it's not a normal episode. So.
Yeah, you just get a little bit more of a glimpse into our lives, and we get to share a little bit more, answer some questions.
We just got to chat with you guys, so thank you. So we hope you guys have a good week. We will have a new episode up next Saturday. We'll record in the morning, and we'll have it up late in the evening because it takes forever.
Yeah, and that will be on the 9th.
That will be officially 1 year.
So it'll be official podiversary.
For sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. I hope you guys have a good week. Have fun knitting, crocheting, any crafting that you do. And we will see you guys next weekend.
Yes.
All right,
love you all, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.